Today's story is about such a beautiful girl whose beauty makes every boy in the school crazy about her, and they do all kinds of things with her that we will see in this entire story today. So hello friends, my name is Ishita, and today's story begins with a beautiful girl named Ramona, who is the hottest and most famous girl in her school. Every boy in the school dreams of being in a relationship with Ramona. And among them was a boy named Andy, who decides one day to propose to Ramona at a party. But he was nervous to talk to Ramona. Just then his friend Sylvie comes to him and gives him confidence to talk to Ramona. He also gives him a drink and tells him to go dance with her. But when Andy goes to Ramona, he starts dancing with her in a weird way. Watching this kind of dance, Ramona finds Andy a bit innocent, so she also starts dancing with him. But in the meantime, Andy suddenly feels the urge to use the toilet. When he goes to the toilet, its condition is extremely bad, so he comes out without doing anything. At the door, Ramona is standing. Andy thinks if Ramona sees this dirty toilet, she might think I did all this. So he quickly takes her outside. At the same moment, another boy rushes inside, sees the toilet condition, and calls his friends to come laugh at Andy. After this, Andy returns home with his mom. But the next evening, he again goes to a party where Ramona is also present. There, Ramona's friends tell her, Andy really likes you, and he has never been in a relationship with any girl yet. Hearing this, Ramona challenges her friends. Just watch, tonight I will spend the night with Andy. Ramona goes to Andy, starts dancing with him, and then takes him to a room. There she says, I know you've been waiting for this moment for a long time. Saying this, Ramona takes off her dress and tries to seduce Andy. But Andy says, I don't want to do this with you. Before doing all this, I want to spend good time with you. I want to love you. Hearing this rejection, Ramona gets angry, puts on her dress, and leaves. The next morning, when Andy shares this with his friends, they get very angry with him and say, you shouldn't have missed that chance. Now you need to be smarter. And before proposing to Ramona, you must stop Sylvie, because these days he is trying to get close to Ramona. The next day, Andy goes to school and talks to Sylvie, telling him to stay away from Ramona. But Sylvie doesn't listen, so they start arguing. Just then, Ramona arrives, and to take revenge on Andy for last night, she kisses Sylvie right in front of him and accepts Sylvie's proposal. In the next scene, Andy goes with his mom on a summer vacation trip. They arrive at a hotel to stay. There, Andy sees a beautiful girl named Anomona who works as the hotel receptionist. Andy instantly likes her a lot. He asks the bartender about her. The bartender says, don't even go near that girl. She makes adult videos. Even then, Andy goes to Anomona and starts talking to her in a weird way. Seeing this, Anomona laughs and tells him to come walk at the beach at night. Both of them go to the beach. Andy asks about the bartender. She says, I rejected his proposal. That's why he says such wrong things about me to everyone. Now they start asking each other personal things. Anomona says, I have a boyfriend, but you seemed innocent to me, so I came for a walk with you. I will kiss you, but before that, you have to sing a song for me. Andy starts singing and dancing, then the two kiss. After the kiss, as expected, Anomona takes Andy to her room. At night, a big storm hits and continues till morning. The next morning, Andy's mom says they are going back. Before leaving, Andy goes to meet Anomona, but she is not in her room. Andy comes out to look for her and runs into her. She tells him, someone saw you coming out of my room. This is against hotel policy, so I lost my job. Now I can't stay here anymore. Andy tells her not to leave town, but she refuses and says, I will leave with my boyfriend. Both go their separate ways. On the way, Andy receives a message from Ramona. Sylvie hit me. Where are you? Come fast. Andy goes to her and sees bruises on her face, which Sylvie caused. Here, Andy tells Ramona about his girlfriend Anomona, but Ramona doesn't believe him because Andy doesn't have any proof. She laughs at him. Andy gets angry and says, you're a mean-minded girl, I don't need you. Then he leaves. In the next scene, Andy seems very upset. Seeing this, his mom advises him to talk to Anomona, but Andy doesn't have her number. He searches for her on social media but can't find her. After returning home, he gets a message from Anomona saying, I'm coming to your city to meet you. Will you come? He agrees. At night, they meet at a club and start dancing. They get very close again. Then they go to the club washroom. And once again, a storm happens. But the club bouncer catches them and throws them out. He beats Andy. Anomona takes care of him. When Andy asks, "When will you tell your boyfriend about us?" She says, "My boyfriend is very rich. I can't tell him about this. I want to stay with him." Hearing this, Andy's heart breaks. He leaves. The next day in class, everyone is looking at Andy and teasing him. Because when Andy rejected Ramona, she spread a rumor that Andy is gay. Andy gets very upset and tries to tell the truth, but no one listens. Andy becomes deeply sad. Andy had a chubby friend at school named Carla. He used to share everything with her. When he tells her about the gay rumor while talking, both get very close, and this time, instead of a storm, an earthquake happens. Next, we see Andy in the jungle, like Mowgli riding Bagheera. The next morning, Andy's friend tells him, "I need to keep distance from you because being with you makes girls think I'm gay too." Hearing this, Andy plans revenge on Ramona. He changes his look and becomes extremely handsome. Seeing this transformation, all the girls in school faint over him. Andy calls Ramona over and says, "You still look like the most beautiful girl in this world to me." Ramona praises him too. Andy asks her to meet later. Ramona agrees. They kiss and their closeness increases in school. Andy tells his friend Carla to forget about the earthquake incident and remain friends. Then Andy plans to take revenge on Sylvie. He sends Carla a gift with a fake letter signed with Sylvie's name, asking her to be his girlfriend. Carla becomes very happy. It was Valentine's Day. She goes to Sylvie and says, "Yes, Sylvie, from today we are in a relationship." Sylvie says, "What nonsense! Who would make a hippo like you their girlfriend?" Hearing this, Carla becomes angry and beats Sylvie. Everyone laughs at him. That night, Ramona comes beautifully dressed to meet Andy for a date. Andy takes her to a lighthouse and opens his heart. "When I am upset, I come here and sit alone. It gives me peace. But today you are with me, the most beautiful girl in my small world. I love you deeply." Hearing this, Ramona becomes very happy and emotional. She says, "No one has ever loved me the way you do." They kiss. Andy tells her to come to his home. Ramona gets offended, thinking he only wants physical things like other boys. Andy says, "I'm not like them, you know that." They go home. Andy teases her a bit and Ramona loses control. But Andy says, "I told you I'm not like the others. I don't want to do this." Ramona gets angry, and this time storm plus earthquake happens together. After this, everything becomes good between them. They spend quality time together. One day, while Andy is with Ramona messages, "I'm coming to your city. Bring my favorite flowers and meet me in 1 hour." Andy panics and lies to Ramona that he has urgent work. He goes to meet Anomona. They kiss again, and he takes her home. Anomona and Andy's mom bond very well. Marnay Ramona calls Andy angrily because he didn't come to meet her. She demands that he must come with flowers that night. Andy tries to refuse, but she insists. Anomona cuts the call. Andy becomes confused. Should he stay with Ramona or with Anomona? He asks his mom. She has no answer. So Andy decides to break up with Ramona and stay with Anomona. At night, Andy goes to Anomona's room and storm happens again. At midnight, Ramona calls Andy outside. She kisses him. Andy says, "I liked you for a long time, but I can't stay with you anymore. I don't get the happiness I truly want." Ramona tries to convince him, but Andy leaves. The story moves ahead to years later. Andy has written a book, become rich and famous, and his relationship with Anomona is going well. One day, Andy and Ramona meet again in a club. Ramona says, "I'm engaged now. My fiancé is very rich." After talking for a long time, they leave in Ramona's car. In the car, first she praises her fiancé, then says, "My relationship with him isn't good. No one has loved me like you did. I should have stayed with you." Andy is busy texting Anomona. Ramona tries to seduce him, and another storm happens. When Andy reaches home, Anomona is not there. Then Ramona messages, "You thought I'd let you stay happy? Never." Meaning she told everything to Anomona. Andy hears his own voice narrating the story and thinks, "If only I had not gone back to Ramona that night, I would still be happy with Anomona." Suddenly, the story jumps back to the past, the party scene where Andy was scared to talk to Ramona and Sylvie was giving him confidence. But this time, Andy punches Sylvie hard, meaning in the future, Andy chooses only Anomona. And with that punch, the story ends. So friends, if you like the story, like the video and subscribe to the channel for more fun stories.